Marilyn at your service. Before I'm going to discuss with you what I have prepared for you today, I would like to remind you this. Being very fluent in English doesn't mean to say that you are more intelligent than others. It is just that you have an advantage over them. Now here are some practical suggestions for you to remember so that you can be fluent in English. I hope this could help. The first one is read English. And what is this all about? For the teachers out there, what you can do is ask your students read aloud a text, a story, or a selection to their classmates. Or maybe you can ask them to go to the library, read a story, summarize the story, go back to the classroom, and then read aloud their summary to their classmates. For the students out there, well, this may sound corny, but you can do it to make your tongue more flexible for the language. Whenever you memorize something, or whenever you study for a quiz or for a test, what you can do is study aloud. Read aloud. For the parents out there, what you can do, especially if you already have children who already could read, well, you can ask them to read aloud to you a certain selection or a story of their choice.
We're gonna keep it low-key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion.
Read it aloud to you, and so that's it. That is the first step or the first tip for you to remember to be able to develop your ability to speak the English language. Now here is the second step. Hear English. Listening to others is also a big help for you to improve your English fluency. In the first step, you read aloud. In here, you have to listen to somebody who is speaking. So it is now the turn of the teacher to read aloud to their students. It is also now the turn of the parent to read aloud to their children. And for the students, it is now their turn to listen to their teachers intently. Or to give yourself a break, it is time for you to go watch a movie, watch a show, which is English in version. That could be of help to you to develop your fluency in the English language. And the third suggestion is write English. In the school, what we ask the children to do, beginning grade 4, up to the grade 10, or to grade 12 if you have, or even those who are already going to college, you can do this. You can write your daily journal. A daily journal is quite similar to a diary. The only difference is that in a daily journal, what you have to write is your creative reaction about the things you perceived around you. It is your expression about the things that had happened around, about the things that you had seen, your reactions about them, the things that you had heard, or the things that you had read. That is a daily journal. And mind you, this is going to help you express yourself better. You don't have to mind about the grammar. You don't have to mind about your spelling. You just have to pour out whatever you feel about something else in your environment.
Why am I looking at you? You're a picture in a frame. I make believe you're next to me.
That is going to be a great help for you to improve your English vocabulary and later on to improve your the way you speak or the way you talk in English. And the fourth tip is think English. The problem of most of us today is on how to say whatever they want in English. Now, it is because when we wanted to say something, what is in our brain is, or what is in our mind is, the things that we wanted to say are in our own vernacular. That is why, if we wanted to say it in English, it has to go to a certain process yet.
A different section. I'm thinking that we should leave the horror element. Let's go to the humor holiday. We like holidays.
I don't know.
Drums.
Now.
Come on, buddy. Get in
don't
there.
know.
Can I just hit him with a drum? That's all I do. It's not even music. It doesn't even sound good.
We still have to translate it to English before we utter the word. And so what is best for us is, we have to think in English so that we can talk in English fluently. And the fifth suggestion is talk English. Practice makes perfect is a cliche, but I tell you people, it still works. I am a living witness to that. When I was still going to school, I read aloud. I memorized pieces aloud in the elementary, in the high school, and even when I was in college and when I was taking up my master's degree. It sounds unbelievable, but I really did. I'm not saying that I could perfectly talk in this language, but you see, I don't like to forget about it. That's why still, at the age of 61, I'm teaching. And for the teachers out there, what you can do is model. You should communicate with your students in English. And you, students out there, when given a chance or an opportunity to say something, express it in a simple English. And the parents also, please do not discourage your children from speaking the language. Even if it is not grammatically correct, do not embarrass them. Instead, you have to encourage them, because if that is going to be the practice, there will come a time that the language will just come out naturally from our students, from our children, and even for the old ones.
I don't know.
Drum.
Now.
Come on, buddy.
I
Get in
don't
there.
know.
Can I just hit him with a drum? That's all I do. It's not even music. It doesn't even sound good. This is like the worst section I could have chosen. Hold on.
What is the
5 videos?
Daddy? Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Still works, I tell you. And so people, those are the tips for English fluency. Let me recap. Read English. Hear English. Write English. Think English. And finally, talk English. Guys, beautiful people, as I always say, please do not forget to comment or maybe ask a question or make a suggestion. What do you like for me to discuss with you in the next videos? I hope you feel comfortable with me already, and that you will just comment and suggest. Thank you, and bye-bye.